everyone, this is Yukti this side. I am a certified financial planner and I have an over decade experience into financial planning and wealth management. Not only that, but I am also a finance trainer. I am very happy to share that we have with us here Mr.Krishan Mishra, who is the CEO of FPSB India. Thank you so much, Krishan, for taking out time and doing this.
Thank you
Thanks
so much,
a lot.
Yukti, for inviting me here.
Thank
Looking
you,
forward to a
Krishan.
wonderful discussion today. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So guys, what we are going to cover in this entire video is we are going to talk about what are the career progressions in the field of finance, personal finance space particularly. Alright, Mr. Krishan here has an approximate 20 plus years experience, I believe, in the education space. So I would like to ask Mr. Krishan if you could share a little background about yourself and how did your journey, lead you to a CEO of FPSB India?
Thank you so much for asking me this wonderful question, Yukti. So, talking about my journey, I was born in an army family, and because of which I have been traveling since my birth only.
Okay.
Right? So, I traveled across the country, studied at various places around the country. In fact, I did my 10th from a place called Jodhpur in Rajasthan, 12th from Assam, graduation from Indore, post-graduation from Ahmedabad and Delhi. And then I started working. I have been working for the last 20 plus years now. Initially, I spent 10 years in the field of financial services and 10 years in education.
Right.
And interestingly, my profile was slightly unique for financial planning because I have done it practically for 10 years and then 10 years because I was in education sector, so I had a good mix of both.
Right.
And that was the requirement for the organization. They wanted a CEO to have that kind of
Right.
experience. And when I applied for it, I could luckily get through that. So
Great.
here I am today. Yeah.
I think it's a wonderful journey traveling from multiple places and reaching out here. So what will you tell is the core vision and mission of FPSB India, and how does FPSB India want to try and develop the entire personal finance space, because I think everybody today wants to talk about finance.
Yeah. Very, very important and pertinent question, Yukti. Now, if you look at our country, India, Bharat, right? So our country, people might be educated, but they're not financially educated. It has been a big challenge for us because obviously most of the things that we teach in the personal finance curriculum in CFP certification are not being taught in our education system.
Absolutely.
And that's the reason why our first vision or the focus area for us is that we would like India or Bharat to get educated financially. Right, so that's something which we would like to do because when we look at helping people, when we look at educating people on finance and personal finance related aspects, we are going to do a very, very noble work. And then our second very, very important focus area is to grow the CFP professionals community across the country because we need people to come into this noble profession and help people at large. Now, if you help one person in a family, you help one family,
Absolutely.
right? And when you help one family, the society grows. And if the society grows, the economy automatically grows. So with that objective, we are going to focus only on two areas, which is educating the Bharat for tomorrow and also helping people to become certified financial planner professionals for tomorrow.
I think that's a very clear vision that we are focusing on the economy in India as a whole. We're not just trying to look at one or two individuals or the society over here. That's great. I would love if we can give some industry insights to all the audience that are watching this video. So what would you say is what do you see as the biggest challenge in the finance or financial planning industry, and also if you could share some strengths that the industry holds.
Wonderful, and again a very, very important question, Yukti. Now if you look at our own financial services industry as a whole, though we feel that financial services sector in India is organized, because we see large multinational companies into banking, into insurance, into mutual funds, into broking and all those areas. However, if we look at the entire India, right, so only 20% is organized and 80% is disorganized or unorganized.
Yes.
Because we have got people who are giving financial advice anywhere and everywhere.
Absolutely.
They might not be qualified or qualified, we do not know, right? And in fact, if you look at the social media, right, you have got so many people who will come and give you advice, though they might be ones who have never invested themselves. The biggest challenge for us is that we normally feel that financial planning is about wealth management or investment planning, which is a wrong statement to look at. It is practically a myth. And what we want to tell people is that financial planning is about managing your life goals. It is not about just managing money, right? And our life goals are ever moving they and evolving, right? They do not stay at one constant space.
Yes, it's not constant.
Yeah, so say for example, when we are 20, 22, when we pass out after an MBA, right, we have a goal that, okay, by 28, I would like to buy a car. right? And by the time we are 27, we get married, and then our goal moves, right? And because we have to look at the family also, so we decide that, okay, I'll buy the car at 32. And then what happens is by the time I'm 31, I have got a kid. And I'm now thinking about ensuring that I'm able to give better life to my kid, better education, and then think about their marriage, right? So that becomes another goal for me, and my car goal gets postponed to a next level. And then, say for example, I come up with a goal of going to a foreign country, think about doing something else in my life. In between, there are certain things which might happen, like for example, somebody can get hospitalized, some bereavement can happen in the family. There are so many things which can change the life of an individual. You might get an inheritance from your seniors, right? And all those things will change your life. And by the time you touch 45, 50, you're thinking about your second innings in life, which is about the retirement. Now, at each and every goal post of your life, each and every goal that you have decided in your life, you need somebody who can actually guide you, consult you, and help you. And that is something which has been a challenge for our country, right? And now, because with the set of 2731 professionals that we have, like you, in the market, we are confident that these people are there to help people at large and help them in terms of defining their financial planning goals and also ensuring that those goals are executed, those plans are executed, right? That's really very important. So I must tell you one thing, that don't take advice from everyone and ensure that you take advice only from the right people. So that's a challenge, but I would say that that is also an opportunity for us.
Absolutely,
for all of us who are in this community to come up and stand up and say that you take the advice from the right person. If I'm ill, I need to go to a doctor. When I'm financially ill, I need to go to a certified financial planner professional. Right? So that's something which should be there in our minds. And I would say that challenge and opportunities are sides of one single coin. Yeah, and we are looking forward to them in a right way for the future.
So I think very well answered, Krishan. I think this will open eyes for a lot of people who are still taking advices from their friends, family, and just taking tips in investing. So yeah. Moving forward, what do you think, how has a role of a financial planner now changed? We know COVID happened, we know now there is AI. I mean, with all these things, how has a role of a financial planner changed or upgraded? What is your view on that?
Very, very important question again. And technology is something which is ever evolving. It will keep on affecting us. So we should be ready to embrace that, love that, and take it as a part of our day-to-day operations, right? Take it as a tool. Now, it is not about a financial planner or a certified financial planner professional to go and code those AI and technologies. What is more important is that they should be able to learn and utilize them as a tool for their benefit and for their clients' benefit. Now, overall, what has happened is in the last few years, India has evolved. Now, talking about 70s and 80s, we used to earn salaries in hundreds. Right? When we entered 90s, we started talking about salaries in thousands. 2000 onwards, now we are talking about CTCs in lakhs. And now 2020 onwards, post-pandemic, we are talking about a lot of people who earn in crores. And it has completely changed. In fact, in 70s and 80s, if you look at our parents and grandparents, they used to buy their houses post their retirement. Right? They had only FDs and post office related schemes in front of them, or maybe maximum is LIC.
LIC, yes.
Right? Then what happened is when 90s came and stock markets started opening up, scams happened, so many things happened. People had a fear that should I enter into this market or not. But however, in the last, you should say that from 2009 onwards to 2024, in 15 years time, we have grown the mutual fund industry from 9 lakh crore to 54 lakh crore. And it is growing very, very fast in times to come. So practically what has happened is people have started embracing investment, people have started knowing more about it, and they know that if they want to grow in life, they need to be in the market. Now the challenge is that it is not only about managing investments, it is also about managing your retirement, it is also about managing your estate, insurance, taxes, and the risks we can be affected by. So what we need to do is that we should not take the advice from everyone, and the certified financial planner professional needs to ensure that they always keep the client interest first.
Absolutely.
And for me, a certified financial planner professional is not a salesperson. He is like a general physician. In case you have a fever, he will tell you take paracetamol. He will never tell you to go and buy a Crocin or say a Dolo, because that is a product. A certified financial planner professional will tell you what is right for you. He will do the need analysis. He or she will look at your asset and how to diversify your assets. He or she will look at your risks which are there, your income, expenses and everything, and then based on your requirements, based on your needs, right, he or she will actually give you the right plan. Now, we need to understand one thing, that wealth management is practically for elite. Financial planning is for everyone.
Correct.
And it's a necessity, a need.
Yeah.
And I would like to encourage each and every Indian or each and every Bharatiya to actually go ahead and ask for it as a fundamental right.
Wow, that is going to change the view of a lot of people, and I think that is the need of the hour today, because we can't just go to any random person and seek advice. If you could share some numbers,
Yeah.
how many financial planners are actually there to service? Because now it is a need. So we need to have a lot of financial planners, because we all know what's the population of India.
Yeah.
So based on that, how many financial planners are actually there to service versus how many does the population actually require?
That's a very, very important question, and I think I would like to congratulate you for asking me this question to me. Now, if you look at the current situation with 1.44 billion population, we have got 2,731 financial planner professionals,
Right.
certified financial planner professionals. However, the entire industry is slightly fragmented. Now, we have got investment advisors in the market, we have got insurance advisors in the market, we have got mutual fund distributors in the market, we have got retirement planners in the market, we have
Yes.
got banking advisors in the market.
Yes.
There are various type of people who are there.
Yeah.
However, when we look at the financial planning as a whole, it covers the length and breadth of investment to retirement to insurance to
To
banking
estate.
and estate,
Yes,
everything, right?
everything.
And see, what happens is when we talk to a client might ask you questions about each and every area. If you say, for example, you only know investment, and the client says that, okay, can you tell me something about estate? You will say that, okay, let me call somebody else who can give you this advice. And
Yes.
then practically you are in a very difficult position. Now, when you are into this kind of a profession, it is important for you to know about all the areas and aspects, and that is what our certified financial planner professionals carry. The other thing is that if you look at 2731, 1.44 billion population, not possible to service all the clients. In fact, the number of jobs for these 2731 professionals is practically much more than the number that we have. So demand is high and supply is less. We have got more than 80,000 jobs which are available in the country today
Oh,
in the
wow.
financial services industry. The way in which the financial services landscape is growing, right? You will see that we will have a huge requirement for such professionals. In fact, last year, as per the National Career Service data, which was conducted by the Government of India, we created 46.86 lakh jobs in the field of financial
Oh,
services.
that's awesome.
Out of which only 27.5 lakh jobs were taken, which means that 18 lakh jobs were not filled.
Right.
Do you know why? Because
Okay.
we do not have the right qualified professionals available in the market, right? So because to get that job, you need to have that certification.
Correct.
So I would like to make a statement today here that India does not have unemployment. India has got unemployability. And
Oh,
it is
wow.
very important that we need to become able or capable by the right certifications and right skills to
Right.
get that job. Now, let me go to example here. If you're a BCom and tomorrow you see an advertisement in Times of India that, okay, a BCom pass out with 80% marks is needed for a particular job, say accounting and finance job. You go to that place and say that, oh, I scored 85%. You stand in the queue. You actually look back and see that you are not only one there. For
Right.
one position, there are
Correct.
10,000 other people who are standing behind you.
Of course.
Now, if you look at that 10,000, the chances of you getting that job is only 1 upon 10,000.
Yes.
The power of a certification like ours is actually that we will be able to reduce some zeros from the denominator.
Oh,
Right? So instead of say 1 upon 10,000, if it becomes 1 upon 100 or 1 upon 10, your
Correct.
chances of getting that job increases.
Correct.
And when we say unemployment, as I said, it is only in the government sector. The jobs would be limited. Private sector is growing. It has got opportunities for people. In fact, the beauty of our certification is that you can not only get employed in the industry, you can also practice. And people who
Yes.
practice, they make more money than the people who are employed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think you are your own boss, plus you earn like a huge amount of money. That's right. Okay, so on that note itself, I mean, of course, we know that in India, there is an enough requirement of financial planners. But how would you compare that with the globe? Especially US, because I believe the certification standouts from there. So what would you, try and put a take over there?
So if you look at US, you look at Canada, you look at Europe, UK, Australia, New Zealand, all these places, financial planning is a regulated profession.
Correct.
Right, because when we look at financial services industry, it is a full industry wherein you have banks, insurance companies, mutual fund companies, broking firms, family offices, private equity firms, private banking firms. So it's a huge area.
Correct.
Now, we have got different regulators here for each of the activities. Each of the regulators are
Right.
doing a fantastic job in their own fields. However, the need is that all of them come together and support each other to educate India at large, which is happening around the world.
Yes.
US, with a very minuscule population than us, though their geography is large, has got 100,000 plus certified financial planner professionals. In fact, globally, we have got 223,700 plus professionals, and
Right.
it is actually one of the fastest growing professions around the world.
Yes,
Right,
I
and
agree.
because it's a need for us.
Yes,
See,
yes.
let me quote an example here. Most of the times, people used to feel that, okay, why financial planning is a need for me. 20 years back, right, if you used to ask someone that, okay, do you have an AC at home? This person will say, no, no, AC is not needed, fan is good enough.
Correct.
Now it has become a necessity.
Absolutely.
Right. Say, for example, you are out in the market, right? You are traveling from one place to another. You are thirsty. What is your need? To have water.
water. Yeah.
When you reach a shop, what you'd see is there is a cold water which is in
Right.
the refrigerator. So your want is cold water.
Cold water.
But what you demand is a thumbs up because you saw Shah Rukh Khan yesterday on television saying that thumbs up is a very good drink and you become a macho man if in case you have a thumbs up.
Yes.
Now the point is that the advertisements create that demand for us, but our need is water. In the similar way, financial planning is a need. Demand may be investment and growing the money,
Correct.
but your financial planning and your life goals are your need. And India is looking forward to evolving, growing, and I would say embracing this for the future. In fact, we in this profession, as I said, it's a very, very noble profession of helping people.
Yes.
We will see that growth coming up in times to come. India practically needs more professionals.
Okay. Superb. I mean, I think in India we have, like we know, we have so much of a population, and based on that, there are so many financial planning services or so many financial planning companies who are providing jobs. At FPA Edutech itself, we have so many openings today, but we see that very few people, get selected because of the right skill set.
Correct.
So, how is financial planning or particularly CFP providing something different on the plate that that person can get qualified and can get a job very easily? That's one. And the second point I want to also address to the audience is what is the career progression that a CFP or a financial planner in the industry can expect today? Because it's a myth when I speak to students and working professionals both, they always have a myth that their salary is always going to be very low. There is no career progression. But I know, because I am a planner, I know that that's not right. So could you please highlight something on that as well?
Very good question, and thank you once again for asking this to me. Now, if we look at the CFP curriculum, the certification curriculum itself, what we teach in our curriculum is not being taught in any of the colleges, schools, universities around the world. It is around the world. Nobody teaches that, because we talk about investment planning here, not a part of the curriculum. At the personal finance level, we talk about insurance, retirement, and tax planning, not a part of the curriculum. Retirement, nobody teaches you. Insurance, nobody teaches you. Estate planning and risk management, again pertaining to the personal finance aspects, nobody teaches you. How to prepare actually a real life financial plan based on a case study. Nobody does that. And then finally the CFP examination, which is very, very practical in itself. Now overall, in our exams, students, in case you are listening to me today, I want to tell you that in our exam, you will never get a theory question. You will get very, very practical and application based questions, which means that your concepts would be clear, and when you come out, your skill set would be there with you, and you'll be more relevant for the market and the industry. So your relevance is more important. See, doing a certification is easy for anyone, right? You can do any certifications, any number of certifications, but in case your concepts are clear, you not only become a good professional, but you become a good person for the society at large. So that's number one. Number two is, when people ask you that, okay, opportunities are less, I can tell you that CFP professionals are needed around various roles. Obviously, client-facing role is one of them, and the major one. But they are needed as underwriters, they are needed as risk managers, they are needed as strategy and leadership roles.
Correct.
So they are practically tax consultants, right? They are needed at various levels. They are also needed in the treasury functions in multinational corporations, wherein financial planning and analysis is one of the most important areas.
Absolutely.
In fact, if you look at entrepreneurs today, most of the entrepreneurs feel that, okay, if I do my business, then only I'll be able to earn. I can tell you that global Fortune 500 companies, if you pick up their balance sheet and P&L accounts, you'll see that they don't make much money from their core business, but they make money from their investment income, which is the largest revenue making mechanisms they have. So to all the startup founders and startup entrepreneurs, it is important for you to learn the personal finance related topics yourself, and ensure that you are able to manage not only your personal finance for the as well as for your organization's finances. Also, you'll be able to manage the risk pertaining to your staff and other people who are working along with you. The other thing is that when we look at the change in the income, I can tell you that the salaries for CFP professionals is growing very, very fast. And it is available, the data is very much available on social media. The average currently is between 12 to 14 lakhs. That is the current average which is there for the CFP professionals. In fact, starting is around 8 lakhs, which is available as per the salary expert data which is there on the Google. And then what is happening is the industry has started recognizing that this profession is important and they have started paying more. In fact, if you look at the private banking sector where the CFP professionals are always in demand, okay, I can tell you that if you look at any salary benchmark data, you'll be able to find that these private banking salaries are between 25 lakhs to around 3.5 crores.
Wow.
And which job pays you that much, right? But you need professionals who are consultants. You don't need salespeople anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they should be consultants. They should be there with the client. You cannot just sell one product tomorrow and vanish. Gone are those days. Integrity and ethics play a very, very major role for financial planning and for certified financial planning professionals. And these professionals will ensure that they not only help the client in terms of taking one decision, but they remain with them throughout their life. And that's the power of this certification.
So I think like a family has a family doctor, each and every family must have a financial planner, like a financial doctor.
Yeah, family financial doctor or a family financial wellness expert. Yeah, because see, most of the times doctors come when things go wrong, but we are there before the things have to start. And then remain with them to help them at each and every step in life. So they are like wellness experts.
I think a lot of great insights towards digitally equipped industry is what we're talking about today. Even then, a human touch is always required, and hence a need of a financial planner, like we already discussed, is very important. Let's move on to the next section. FPSB India has been taking a lot of initiatives recently. What are some initiatives that FPSB India has been taking towards consumer education? Because it is very important for a consumer to know, why financial planning is important, like we spoke about it already. But what are some initiatives that, we have taken as an FPSB India has taken so that the consumers are, well aware?
Again, an important question, Yukti, and this is something which is need of the hour for all of us. If we look at the personal finance segment, we have started doing some of the blogs, some of the articles, etc., in the newspapers and medias. We have started talking with them. We tell people about the importance of each and every area which is there in financial planning and personal finance. In fact, we have started going to the colleges, universities, as well as the large business schools, etc., in terms of ensuring that we disseminate that knowledge to people at large, because they might be the future consumers for us.
Absolutely.
Right? So we are going there too, and then we have got a list of initiatives that we are planning to do. In fact, we did a couple of events recently, one at Delhi, one at Bangalore. At Bangalore, we did an event along with I Am Bangalore. Recently, This was one of the consumer-centric exercise wherein we wanted to tell people about how to plan for your practice, how to look at financial planning as a profession for yourself. Right? And this thing is really very important, because when we have right people out in the market, they'll be able to educate more people. Right, so that is something which we are working on a regular basis, and this initiative is going to get a multiplier effect going forward. We are going to amplify it further. We would like to share more knowledge with people at large about their financial planning and personal finance aspects. Only one thing which I always request the people at large is to do is that they should not believe on each and every person they are talking to about their advisors. Because say, for example, if you go and watch a cricket match on a ground, you'll see that 4 people are sitting there and they'll say, if I would have been there, I would have hit the ball out of the park. Virat Kohli could not do it, or maybe Bumrah should have bowled like this because I know the bowling better than him. But practically this person never played cricket. In the similar way, you have got people who are there to influence you on your finances, available across the social media and various places. Don't believe them. This guy might not have never invested himself. Yeah, so don't believe anyone and everyone. Always ask this question in case somebody comes to give you advice, that what certification and qualification you carry. That should be your first question before you look at anything else. Second is, always look at your own risk appetite. Are you actually ready for the market? Right? If you're not ready for the market, don't go there. You have various financial products available which you can look forward to for your own growth. Right? So it's not necessary for everyone to be there everywhere. But then never have that herd mentality. Look at your own due diligence. Check about the credentials of people whom you're talking to, and then do it. And that is one of the initiatives that we have taken. We want people to get aware about these things. Yeah.
So, on the same note, I mean, would you suggest an individual who wants to learn how to manage their own finance and not only take tips from people, should they also be looking forward to, pursuing CFP certification, not only for a career, but also for themselves to, be able to manage their own finance?
And that is something which is really very important for everyone, because see, it is practically a life skill.
Right.
Right? If you learn it, you'll be able to manage not only your finances, you'll be able to help your family also manage
Yes.
it. Right? So it's not necessary for you to take it as a profession. However, in case you take it as a profession and help people at large, that can always add up as a bonus in terms of your own opportunities.
Yes.
In fact, it can give you a very good career in case you're looking forward to. Because it is really very important, Yukti, I wanted to share this point with everyone, that there's a big difference between a job and a career. Right?
Yes.
You will find a lot of employment opportunities, a lot of jobs, but not every job can give you a career. And it is really very important for you to understand the difference. What happens is, say you talk to someone today, that okay, what do you do? And this person says that I'm working as an executive with XYZ company. 15 years later, you meet the same person and you ask that, what do you do? And this person says, I'm executive with XYZ company only.
Yeah.
It is actually a job he is doing. It's not a career. Career helps you enhance couple of things. One, career helps you grow in your corporate ladder. Career also helps you earn more. Career also helps you get more skills and become a better individual. Every year, and this is advice to every professional, that every year when you actually celebrate your anniversary for your job or your organization where you're working for, you should look at the mirror and see what difference you have been able to make to yourself and to the lives of people in last 1 year. Learn from it, improve yourself for the next year, and again come back and see that how you have improved from that level to another.
Right.
This is really very important. Then you will be able to understand the difference between job and career. Career will ensure that every time you look at the mirror, you will see a better person than what you were.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are already doing jobs, but they are not really happy and they're not even interested in that profile, but they yet, go ahead and get it. So how can such people who are already working in finance, but yet not very happy or are not getting maybe promoted, not getting a good package, so how can they use this particular ladder and how can they grow themselves with CFP?
So not only CFP certification, overall it is really very important. Certification can definitely give a strong boost to you, because it not only becomes your certification, it is also a powerful designation. Right? When you talk to people anywhere in the world and say that you are a CFP professional, people will be able to recognize you.
Right.
Yeah, because a CFP professional is a CFP professional anywhere in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the biggest advantage this person carries. The second thing is that people who are stuck in the career ladder in the corporate sector or wherever they are, it is really very important for them to understand that they need to keep themselves relevant.
Correct.
When we say relevant, it means that whatever you studied during your education days, right, might have become irrelevant by today.
Right.
If you keep on learning, upgrading yourself, reskilling yourself, upskilling yourself, then only you will be able to survive in the industry. Right? Whatever new is happening in the industry, you should have that knowledge with you. Say, for example, you're sitting in front of the client and client asks you that, okay, what is happening in the markets today? And if you do not have much knowledge, the client will not have confidence in you.
Yes.
Right? In case you are within your organization only, you're talking to your bosses or maybe talking to people at large, you should have the knowledge about how things are happening around the world. Yes. So it is important for you to learn from various places, and learning comes from everywhere.
Yes,
any person you meet will make you learn, right? Any mistake you make, and always be ready to make mistakes, doesn't matter. Only thing is that don't repeat the same mistake again and again. That is really very important. Otherwise, keep learning, keep growing, and keep yourself relevant.
Correct.
Relevance is really very important, and certification like ours keeps you relevant. Why? Because this certification not only gives you the knowledge when you're pursuing the certification, but post that also we come up with continuous professional development for you, and every year we come up with a lot of opportunities for you to learn and upgrade yourself so that you are relevant for the market.
I think there are various boot camps, there are so many journals, there are so many industry expert sessions that are there available in
every month we are organizing webinars. In fact, we are inviting CEOs to come and talk about their own personal finance journeys. We have done events, newsletters, journals, so many things, and LinkedIn newsletters are there wherein we are coming up with various articles. Media has been really very supportive. I would like to thank them. They have been able to put a lot of information about personal finance.
That's true,
Yeah. Government is taking the right steps. I must say that the Finance Minister, the Prime Minister, as well as the UGC and AICT chairmen, they have spoken about the importance of personal finance in the education curriculums, irrespective of your vertical. So you might be doing MBBS, engineering, you might be doing, say, management, commerce, whatever you do, it is important for you to learn personal finance for your own betterment in life.
Yes. Yeah. I think in the, since you mentioned education, I recollected that in the education system also, financial planning has been added as another subject now for all those people, even if they are in the engineering field or whether they are, doing something in accounting. But this is something which has become, a mandate today, right?
Very important, because see, what happens is, you look at any field, right? Whether you're a fashion designer or you're managing a temple, or you're a homemaker, whatever you do, or maybe you are the owner of a large enterprise or an employee of a large enterprise, wherever you are, financial planning and personal finance will play a major role in your lives. I have seen cases, Yukti, wherein people might be CEOs, CFOs, CHROs. They might be managing the finances of their organizations well, but when it comes to their own personal finances, they struggle. So it is a very, very important area for everyone. And as I started with this saying that we might be educated, but we are not financially educated. So it is important for each and every individual in this country and around the world to learn about finance and their own benefits.
Right, future of financial planning. Like we already spoke, that technology is coming up, and people say that because of technology, jobs will be not safe, or humans will not be able to get employed as much. What do you think again? How technology can support rather in the field of financial planning, and how does the industry, personal finance, look after like 5 to 10 years down the line?
So I would like to talk about a couple of things here. That AI was discovered in the year 1954.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can see the kind of impact it has made in the last so many years. AI has become more prominent now.
Correct.
Yeah, and it is about, obviously technology is evolving, it is growing, and we have to embrace it. And now look at a couple of things that when we look at the technology or the softwares, right, which are available in front of us, these they are practically like robots, right? And these softwares can do everything for you. As you have fed it the data, they will calculate, they'll give you the information, they'll give you the things which you require. However, what they can't do is that they can't take the decisions on behalf of you. Decisions involve emotions, decisions involve your thinking, decisions involve the thought process of the other person sitting in front of you, and your entire people who might get affected with that. This is something which this technology can't do, right? They might do it 24/7 for you. They will not ask for salaries, they will not ask for increments, bonuses, they will not go for smoke breaks or tea breaks or coffee breaks or lunch breaks, but then they can give you the data. Good, that data is needed for us, but who will take that decision? People like us. And that is why the role of the certified financial planner professional, wherein a touch and feel is needed for that decision to be taken, will always remain intact. Right? You should know how to use this technology for your benefit as a tool. Right? That's number one. Now, talking about the 5 to 10 years from now, if we look at the financial planning landscape or the certified financial planner professionals in the market, what we foresee is that we will, in the next 5 to 10 years time, 5 years obviously we are looking at growing the numbers to around 10,000 from what we have currently. But then what I foresee is that the need in the next 5 to 10 years is around at least 100,000 professionals in this country.
So 10,000 is not going to be sufficient at all?
Not at all, not at all. We need more people. We need people to learn this. We need people to go ahead and disseminate this information to people at large. See, I'll tell you, there are a lot of people who never talk about their finances in their families. Right? They keep it with themselves. They have a worry that, okay, should I go and talk? If I talk, then what will happen to me?
It's a taboo.
Yeah, it's a taboo. Now, if you look at our dinner table discussions, people will talk about Pathan and Jawan movie, but they will never talk about their finances. I've seen cases wherein people died and family never knew that there are so many investments, so many insurances which this person had done. And that is the reason why 42,700 lakh crore is lying unclaimed with the banks and the other places, right? In fact, if you do not know how to claim your insurances, you never claim. Unclaimed money is still kept there, right? So what is really very important for you to educate yourself and educate others also, inform them. Like it is important that if we carry a driving license in our wallets, in the similar we should also carry our health insurance cards in our wallet.
Yes.
Which is really very important for people at large. And for all of us, keep all these things with you. But it is not only about keeping them, it is about informing your family. Talk to your family, tell them about that. And I'm sure with more professionals in the market, we'll be able to inform more people, and we will ensure that this becomes a part of the dinner table discussions in families. Yeah.
I think that is going to be a very interesting dinner table conversation for the entire family. I think it's very important for us to understand that a certified financial planner is what we're talking about right now, is not only a person who's going to manage money, but like Krishan rightly mentioned, that it's a holistic view. It's all about your finances, money, estate, everything. So I would really recommend a lot of people and motivate a lot of people to come join me and FPSB India in this journey, and especially me, because becoming a part of this community is a pride, because I can write Yukti Gala CFP, right? So that holds some value in front of the client as well.
100%.
So yeah, so here I think we end our discussion. Thank you so much, Krishan, for again taking out time, and I hope everybody has got a lot of information and insights from our discussion. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a very good day.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Yukti, for having me here. Looking
Thank you,
forward to more
Krishan.
such discussions in
Oh
future.
yes, definitely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.